This is going into Zechariah the 11th chapter. And without further ado, we'll start at verse 1. It says, "Open thy doors, O Lebanon." Now, Lebanon is referring to Israel. "That the fire may devour thy cedars." The cedars represent what? Men. Men are symbolic as being trees. That's what you think about the terminology family tree, and all those branches are what? Men. Jeremiah, what is that, 11 and 16? About to go in there. If it ain't there, I know where to find it. I think it's 11 and 16 though. Yep. Jeremiah 11 and 16. "The Lord thy God, Yahweh, called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of a goodly fruit. With the noise of a great tumult, he hath kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken off." Men referred to as trees again. So the cedar, in this sense, referring to trees. Real quick, Hosea 12 and 10. Bear with me 1 second. Amos. All right. As I have a good. Okay, Hosea chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "I have also spoken by the prophets, I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets." And that's a similitude right there that's being used. Cedar is a similitude. Because what do you do? Tree, you plant a tree, but also what? Trees can bring forth what? More trees. What are we told to do? Be fruitful and multiply. Now, reading on, it says, "How, fir tree, for the cedar is fallen, because the mighty are spoiled." Now, mighty are spoiled is talking about the warriors. "How, O ye," because the warriors, what are they supposed to do? They're supposed to go out for war, and they're supposed to fight for the nation. Verse 2. "The mighty are spoiled," talk about the warriors. "How, O ye oaks of Bashan, for the forest of the vintage is come down. There's a voice of the howling of the shepherds, for their glory is spoiled, a voice of the roaring of young lions, for the pride of Jordan is spoiled. Thus saith Yahweh thy God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." So you see this prophecy being fulfilled sevenfold every time you see Jake gets gunned down. What do you feel like? They don't hold themselves guilty. Cops get off. They get GoFundMes. They get the blue wall of silence. You know, they don't feel bad. They don't feel pity. They'll bring up some, okay, well, yeah, see, he was a thug. Bring up anything that they can to justify the murdering of Jake. Verse 6 says, "For I will no more pity the inhabitants of Salaki." It says, For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith Yahweh, but lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and to the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. Talking about when the curses came upon us in full effect and in perfection. Verse 7. I will feed the flock of slaughter, even you, O poor of the flock. And I took unto me 2 staves. The one I called beauty. Now, the one that's called beauty is talking about covenant. That's one of the 2 staves. The covenant, and who did he make that covenant? He made that covenant with only Israel, Jacob. And the other I called bands. And I fed the flock. And the bands, what's bands? Bands bind something. That's talking about the union of all the tribes coming back together. Because why? We were split under Solomon. That's 1 Kings chapter 11 and verse 18, I want to say. 1 Kings chapter 11 and verse 1 Kings 11 and verse 30. It says, and Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take the 10 pieces, for thus saith Yahweh, the God of Yasharallah, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. So that was the rending of the kingdom. But the Most High is going to unite them all together under what? Yahweh Shai. It was taken under Yahweh Shai when it was Solomon, and it's going to be united under Yahweh Shai. He messed up, and he gets a chance to right his wrongs. Verse 8, it says, 3 shepherds also I cut off in 1 month, and my soul loathed. Now, 3 shepherds isn't talking about necessarily 3 shepherds. It's talking about a revolving door of false prophets coming. Because 1 month is a short span of time, 30 days, approximately 29 and a half. If you have 3 shepherds in one, think about that. In any job, you have 1 cashier, you get 3 cashiers in 1 month. It's like, yo, what the hell is happening? All of them weren't good, so you kept cycling them out. That's what that's talking about. And my soul loathed them, and their soul also abhorred me. Verse 9, it said, then said I will not feed you. That dieth, let it die. That goes back to Revelations. You can go Revelations chapter 22 and verse 11 to get an explanation to that. Yeah, Revelation 22 and verse 11. Salaki. It says, but reading back in Zechariah 11 and 9, it says, then said I will not feed you. That dieth, let it die, and that is to be cut off, let it be cut off, and let the rest eat everyone the flesh of another. it's basically saying the same thing Revelations 22 and 11 is saying. And real quick, Revelations 22 verse 11, it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he that is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. Hey, so just basically saying, just do your thing. You don't got time to worry about Jake. And that's Zechariah verses 11 through 9. I hope this lesson has been edifying. And on that note, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders, GMS rule well. Peace, salutations, and shalom.